The universe has an unimaginable scale that we don't seem to even understand. Too mysterious, too unbelievable, too crazy. So now let's dive to the Peter Paker Show and grasp that concept about the universe. To embark on our cosmic voyage, first thing we should do is know what is the universe. And why is it so important? So our cosmic voyage begins on a little blue planet we call the Earth. Is by far the only planet that seems to nature life. Think about this: that you live in, let's say, Nairobi, a county in Kenya, which is also a country in East Africa, a region of Eastern Africa, which is also in Africa. But Africa is only one of the continents that are found on Earth. Go out farther and you find that the Earth is also a planet in the solar system. And the planets revolve around a star we call the Sun, forming the solar system that we know of. At the far extent of our solar system is the Oort cloud, dotted region full of comets that is about 0.8 of a light year away from the Sun. But we know and can see there are many similar stars like our own Sun that form an even larger structure, that we call the Milky Way galaxy, which is full of about 200 billion stars that are much similar like our own, and some even larger than our own, and some smaller than the Sun itself. The question here is that the end of everything we know and observe? Don't scratch your head yet, but that is even a very little portion compared to what is actually out there. Think again about this. What is the biggest thing one knows of? First, the Earth is a huge place we are in. Just imagine all the geography of the Earth. But there are things even bigger than the Earth, like Jupiter, which is a very huge planet. So huge that one can fit about 1,000 Earth-sized planets in it. Damn, that's very huge. Thinking of how big the Earth itself is big, and so huge to fit about 7 billion people and almost uncountable number of organisms. But that isn't even big compared to the Sun, which one can fit about 1 million Earth-sized planet in it and still leave some space unoccupied. That is so huge and unimaginable to think of. I mean, 1 million Earth, that's crazy. But as I have last said, there are stars that defy understanding. Stars so huge that they are unthinkable. There is one by the name Uy Scuti. This star is so huge that approximately 6 quadrillion Earth fit inside it without leaving any space unoccupied. It is so huge that about 5.1 billion suns fit inside it. So now I guess it's time for you to scratch your heads. That's big, right? But that's nothing compared to another bigger, badder thing. This thing is so big and bad that it's beyond unimaginable. The Earth to it is like a grain of sand. It's called a black hole. The biggest is as massive as about 61 billion star in mass. But that's nothing compared to a galaxy. An average galaxy may contain 400 billion stars like our own Milky Way. But that's just a tiny bit or what is out there. A galaxy may be so big that if it were to be scaled up to the Earth size, the Earth would be the size of a molecule. But that is still nothing. There is an even larger structure. If one asks you what is everything, then one will say that everything is the universe. Okay, the universe is actually everything, and it's probably the largest thing possible according to science. But to remind you, we have never seen everything. Nobody have ever seen how large the total universe is, but we only see a small portion of reality. This is all because of what make you to see, which is light. We know that light is the fastest thing possible cause it has no mass. And according to Einstein's theory or special relativity, anything with mass can never reach the speed of light. This is so because for something to move or change its position, it requires energy. According to physics, for a change in a body's displacement, it requires energy. But for a body to accelerate, it requires more energy. The more the acceleration, the more the increase in speed, the more the energy increases. But there is something else that also increases with increase in acceleration. That is mass. The relativistic mass of a body due to changes in velocity of a body increases with increase. For a body to travel at say 10% light speed it requires about say 10 giga-electron-volt, but as it reaches say 90 or 99% light speed its mass increases so much that it requires further a tremendous increase in energy. For it to travel at light speed it requires an infinite amount of energy, which is impossible, and hence nothing can travel faster than light. But light also uses time to move from one point to another since the universe is very big. Like for it to travel from the sun to the nearest star, Alpha Centauri, it takes about 4 years. Hence we say the distance is 4 light years. For it to travel from the Earth to the farthest point we can observe is 49 billion years. This is so because the universe is only 13 billion years old. So now one probably thinks that the universe is 98 billion light-year in diameter. So is everything that we know only in a 98 billion light-year sphere. So if I like travel to 49 billion light-years one would find the edge of everything. Again, so is all of everything confined in this about 98 billion light-year in diameter sphere-like structure. Or is there a twist? So does that mean that we are at the center of everything? Well, there is a twist in this. Imagine if we were to travel to 49 billion light, what will we see? According to physics, you won't find a physical barrier, but what you will find is more space. When we say the universe is 98 billion light-year in diameter, it does not mean that is everything. What does that mean?